Creatine, not just for bodybuilders, brain health, aging, more. Creatine is no longer just for gym goers. Here's why experts say almost everyone should consider it. It's time to rethink what you know about creatine. For years, this supplement was pigeonholed as a muscle builder for bodybuilders and athletes. But here's the part that's shaking up the wellness world. Scientists now recognize creatine as a powerhouse for full body health, including your brain and every cell's energy needs. And this is just the beginning. Most people have no idea how much they could benefit, even if they never set foot in a gym. The big shift, creatine's surprising benefits go way beyond sports. Let's break it down. Creatine, once thought of as an enhancer for strength and sports performance, has entered the spotlight for broader reasons. Dr. Richard Kreider, professor and head of Texas A&M's Exercise Sport Nutrition Lab, underscores that creatine is a natural player in our cells. Energy systems. Bodies produce creatine and store it mainly in our muscles, where it combines with phosphate to form creatine phosphate. This compound is essential. It helps recharge our cells with energy, especially during physical or metabolic stress, such as intense exercise or even certain diseases. Here's where it gets controversial. Mainstream perceptions haven't caught up to the science. While creatine's athletic benefits are famous, its roles in brain function, protection against age-related muscle loss, and support for cellular energy often get overlooked, even though research says they're just as vital. Are you actually getting enough creatine? Here's something most people miss. Your body naturally makes about 1 gram of creatine every day, but experts recommend most adults consume between 2 and 4 grams daily, depending on factors like muscle mass and activity levels. Where do we get it from? Mainly animal products like meat and fish. But unless you're eating large portions, think around a pound of red meat or fish for every gram. You're likely coming up short, according to Dr. Kreider. This gap is even wider for vegetarians and vegans, who miss out on dietary creatine almost entirely. Supplements bridge this nutritional divide with ease and efficiency. How should you supplement creatine? For beginners and those focused on performance, Dr. Kreider suggests a brief loading phase, around 5 grams of creatine 4 times daily for 1 week. This strategically saturates your muscles. Afterward, a lower daily dose, 5 to 10 grams, helps maintain both muscle stores and supports brain function. Importantly, even if you're not training like an athlete, these baseline levels can benefit your energy and cognitive health. Creatine's value for aging and even growing teens. Think creatine is only for fit young adults? Think again. Dr. Kreider points out that older adults naturally lose muscle mass and mental sharpness with age. Supplementing creatine can help combat these declines, preserving mobility and memory. And in younger people, especially adolescents without enough creatine-rich foods, deficiencies can slow growth and increase body fat. A fact that's rarely discussed but raises serious questions for parents and health professionals alike. Is creatine really safe? Safety debates make headlines, but here's what a massive scientific review found. In an analysis of 685 clinical studies, Dr. Kreider and his research team reported no major differences in side effects between creatine users and those taking a placebo. Despite nagging myths about bloating or muscle cramps, large studies suggest creatine could actually help prevent cramping by increasing the body's ability to retain water, debunking the myths and addressing the controversy. But here's the controversial upshot. Despite decades of medical evidence and strong data supporting both the effectiveness and safety of creatine, public opinion and policy debates lag behind. Dr. Kreider himself joined an international panel urging officials not to restrict this supplement. He firmly states there's absolutely no data to support internet rumors about creatine's risks. And yet, restrictive attitudes and misconceptions about who creatine is really for remain widespread. So, where do you stand? Should creatine be a daily supplement for almost everyone, or do you think the risks are being downplayed? Is the stigma around creatine outdated, or do you see reasons to be cautious? Drop your perspective in the comments. Let's see where the real controversy lies. Creatine supplement safety benefits, debunking the myths, science-backed facts. Creatine's reputation. Time to rethink what you've heard? It's one of the best-selling supplements for athletes, yet creatine remains clouded in controversy. People everywhere debate its safety and effectiveness. So, is creatine the secret to maximizing your workouts, or is it just another overhyped, misunderstood product? The latest scientific evidence points overwhelmingly in one direction, yet misconceptions stubbornly persist. Let's dig into the surprising truth and the controversies that refuse to die. First, what exactly is creatine? Simply put, it's a natural compound found in foods like meat and fish, and your body produces it on its own. Creatine is essential for muscle performance, especially during short bursts of high-intensity activity. Every day, we need about 2 to 4 grams, sourced either from our diets or synthesized in the liver with the help of common amino acids. But here's where it gets interesting. In the early 1990s, athletes and scientists wondered if taking extra creatine, beyond the body's natural needs, could give people a competitive advantage. This sparked a wave of research, and the results were remarkable. A notable 2020 study in the journal Nutrients showed that athletes who supplemented with creatine, alongside strength training, gained more muscle and could lift heavier than those on a placebo. The difference wasn't subtle. It was consistent and significant. Organizations like the Australian Institute of Sport and the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency now openly endorse creatine as a supplement that works. As long as creatine products aren't contaminated, it's even approved under anti-doping rules. But why does controversy still follow creatine? This is the part most people miss. While rigorous research keeps confirming its safety, the internet churns out endless stories blaming creatine for side effects like bloating, cramps, diarrhea, or even hair loss. A claim now definitively debunked by science. Here's a bold fact. Many of these alleged side effects are just common experiences that people regularly have, regardless of supplement use. Headaches, digestion troubles, or muscle cramps affect thousands daily. It's human nature to find something to blame, and creatine, being popular, is an easy target. But are these claims backed by science? To answer that, Dr. Richard Kreider and his team at Texas A&M University went big. They performed an extensive meta-analysis across 685 clinical trials with over 25,000 participants. What did they find? About 13.2% of placebo users and 13.7% of creatine users reported the much-discussed side effects, a difference so tiny it's statistically meaningless. Their April 2025 report in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition sums it up. None of the common internet rumors are supported by solid data. So why then is skepticism so persistent? Is misinformation simply louder than science? Initially, creatine was mainly for bodybuilders and those in sports requiring quick, explosive movements. Think sprinters or weightlifters. Why? Creatine helps generate ATP, the molecule muscles use for immediate energy. This process is blazing fast, but stored supplies are limited. After just a few seconds, your body has to create energy another way. For a long time, this made people assume creatine was useless for marathon runners or long-distance cyclists. But hold on. Recent research shows that assumption was wrong. New studies suggest endurance athletes can benefit too. For example, creatine appears to supercharge carbohydrate loading, a technique where endurance athletes boost their muscle fuel by eating lots of carbs before a big event. Creatine helps muscles absorb even more carbohydrates, giving marathoners and cyclists a stronger reserve. USA track field coach Scott Christensen emphasizes that creatine can also help runners accelerate for short, strategic bursts, building what exercise physiologist Veronique Billet calls a speed reserve, an efficiency edge, even during longer events. Even recovery might get a boost. A study led by Matthew Cook, Swinburne University of Technology, found that distance runners using creatine bounced back faster and suffered less muscle damage after grueling races. The upshot? Creatine's benefits reach far beyond the gym. Creatine isn't alone in the spotlight. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency now also recommends tart cherry juice to help with sleep and watermelon juice as a post-exercise recovery drink. But two more supplements stand out for safety, legality, and measurable performance gains: beetroot juice and sodium bicarbonate. Beetroot juice may sound simple, but its benefits are serious. It's made by juicing beets with the fiber removed and is usually sold in concentrated form. People end up getting the equivalent of several hundred grams of beets in each dose. Dr. Kreider, also a co-founder of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, calls it one of the most promising supplements out there. Why? Beetroot is packed with nitrates which convert to nitric oxide in the body, opening blood vessels, increasing oxygen delivery to muscles, and potentially improving performance, especially at high altitudes or during recovery. But here's a possible downside. It can turn your stool red, which some find alarming, though it's entirely harmless. Sodium bicarbonate, or baking soda as you know it in your kitchen, is gaining traction as well.
Consumed before competition, its mild alkalinity can help buffer the acid that builds up in muscles during hard exercise. Research from New Zealand and beyond finds that it can improve performance in races or workouts lasting 2 to 4 or even up to 8 minutes. Think middle-distance running or all-out sprints at the end of a long cycling race. But as always, individual responses can vary, so test it in training before using it in a high-stakes race. Of course, science keeps evolving. The International Society of Sports Nutrition regularly publishes reviews of what's safe and effective, with the last update in 2025 and more to come. The process isn't about finding hype, it's about finding what works, for whom and why. But here's a question for you. With decades of evidence in favor of supplements like creatine, and endorsements from top sports and anti-doping organizations, what keeps the controversy alive? Are we too quick to trust rumors, or do athletes simply need more reassurance from the scientific community? Do you believe supplement companies or online influencers fuel some of this confusion? Or is it the medical establishment dragging its feet? Share your thoughts in the comments. Whether you're a true believer, a skeptic, or somewhere in between. Creatine secrets, muscle gains, brain health, choosing the right supplement. Imagine unlocking a powerful secret to rapid muscle growth. Creatine might just be that game changer you've been looking for. But beware, there's a common pitfall many fall into when using it. The buzz around creatine is undeniable, with some TikTok creators calling it natural fuel, while scientists praise its wide-ranging benefits for the body. This naturally occurring compound, found within your muscles and in foods like seafood, meat, and poultry, has long been a trusted ally for athletes aiming to boost performance. Recently, creatine has surged in popularity, especially online, and has become one of the most extensively studied supplements in the realm of sports nutrition. Yet here's where it gets tricky. Selecting the right type and brand is crucial, since according to Brian Tanzer, a seasoned nutritionist at the store, creatine's magic lies in its ability to help muscles generate more energy during short, explosive movements. Think sprinting, heavy lifting, or high-intensity exercises like burpees. In fact, a study published in the respected journal Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise showed that men who added creatine to their routine gained significantly more muscle strength and size after 12 weeks of strength training compared to those who took a placebo. But the benefits don't stop at muscles. Emerging research suggests creatine might also boost brain health, assist with healthy aging, and improve wellness, and help regulate blood sugar levels, making it an all-around fascinating supplement. Yet, before jumping on the creatine bandwagon, potential users should know a few important things. Creatine can sometimes pull water into the intestines, which might cause discomfort or bloating, a side effect that has sparked viral conversations on social media platforms like TikTok, where users share dramatic before and after videos showcasing this issue. But there's good news for those with a sensitive stomach. Tanzer points out that if the common form, creatine monohydrate, causes digestive trouble, switching to creatine hydrochloride may help. This variant is more soluble and generally easier on the gut. Plus, drinking plenty of fluids is essential, as water helps the body process creatine effectively. If your fitness goals involve endurance,
such as training for a marathon or triathlon, creatine might not be your best bet.
Tanzer explains that it's excellent for brief, high-intensity bursts of energy, but doesn't offer much support for prolonged endurance activities. To accommodate various preferences and needs, the Vitamin Shop carries a wide range of creatine products. Options include powders, convenient soft chew gummies, and advanced time-release beadlets, each designed to suit different lifestyles and health objectives. Of course, it's always wise to consult a healthcare professional before introducing any new supplement into your routine. Here's a closer look at some popular offerings. BodyTech Creatine Monohydrate is the top-selling creatine brand at the Vitamin Shop. This pure, micronized creatine powder is formulated for better absorption and reduced gastrointestinal issues, perfect for those worried about stomach sensitivity. Free from artificial additives, it delivers a clean 5-gram serving of creatine in every scoop. Users appreciate its near-tasteless profile and report noticeable improvements in their workouts. For those who dislike mixing powders or have trouble swallowing pills, BodyTech's creatine soft chews are a fantastic alternative. Each chew contains 5 grams of creatine monohydrate and comes in a delicious strawberry flavor. They're travel-friendly and require no water, making them convenient for on-the-go supplementation. And for fitness enthusiasts who prefer not to cycle creatine, a loading and maintenance approach, BodyTech Elite Creatine Beadlets provide a high-tech delivery system. Using NovaQ Spheres technology, these capsules optimize creatine absorption, helping support strength and endurance efficiently. Users are instructed to take 4 capsules daily. This article was crafted by Miska Salomon, a commerce writer for the New York Post who specializes in health and fitness trends. As a health-conscious member of Gen Z, Miska dives deep into wellness products, testing everything from longevity supplements to home gym equipment. She brings an informed, hands-on perspective, often with her young daughter by her side. So what do you think? Is creatine the secret weapon for your fitness goals, or do the potential side effects and nuances mean it's not for everyone? Have you tried different forms and brands? And how did they work for you? Your thoughts might spark an important discussion. Feel free to share your experiences and opinions below.